Previously on Spirited... This is the thing that looks suspiciously similar to the shadowy figure of the culprit. Oh, and your logic is even shadier. And your logic is even shadier. Oh, it's 3 now. How do you have 4 HP after taking 3 penalties from me when you had 2 to start with? Oh my god, I'm sorry this is taking so long. I'm not gonna look this up. I'm not doing it. Oh. Wow. Oh my god, this is amazing. I don't think I've ever had this much trouble with any question on Phoenix Wright. This has basically gone past the point of so bad it's good. Let's be the worst Phoenix Wright player that YouTube has ever seen. You are that crazy. You are that crazy. Wow. Thank God for... But, oh my god. Oh. You know what else I haven't tried yet? And it's just the kind of thing that they would do, too. The shadow itself. I wasn't actually right. No! What? What?! Alright, y'all, let's finish this case. I have apparently just survived the shadow incident. I don't know how well that's gonna go over with people, but yeah, now let's see what conclusion... Because I've been walking around for like 10 minutes trying to think of what this is supposed to mean. Unless this is also a wrong answer, and they just put in a special game over screen for anyone dumb enough to pick this answer. Now that you mention it, it does, doesn't it? Are you sure? Are they, like, trolling us here? Well, yeah, that's what I said. It's from when he's being pulled up from the stage to the catwalk. Okay. Yeah. Then could this shadow... Oh, no. Wait a minute. Were they asking me to say which shadow resembled the later shadow, and that's why I was supposed to pick the first one? I thought they were showing me the first one to begin with. Oh, no. Now I gotta go back. I can't go back right now, though, because they did talk about the second one, but didn't they talk about the first one, too? Like, isn't the first one more obvious? So I would have thought they were talking about that one in the first place. Maybe that's why I got messed up. I don't even want there to be a reason for why I messed up, because that is too crazy what just happened there. After Mr. Hat was pulled up the catwalk, he stayed up there. In other words, this second shadow is from some other figure being pulled up. Some other figure? I'm afraid you'll need to be more specific than that, Mr. Justice. He's right, we've come this far. I'll just have to figure it out from the clues I have on hand. Okay, Oh, what is the second shadow shown in the footage? No profiles here. Okay, I have a couple of ideas. Well, there's only a few ideas that really make any sense. One would be maybe the body. Because it looked just like the first shadow, so it had to have been someone in a cape who would sort of resemble Mr. Hat. Yeah, let's try that. Prime photo. If we consider what was happening on the stage at the time, there's only one answer. The shadow belonged to the fake Mr. Reus. Besides, he had the harness attached to him and everything. In other words, Mr. Man of Mystery. The victim. But then, if he was pulled up, why was his body still there? Did he get pulled up and then fall back down again? Or did they just keep his body up there and then drop it off later on, you know, like a piece of luggage or something? Please take a look at the prank plan script. Glad I slowed down for that one. Mr. Mystery was to pretend to be dead, and then fly up into the air after that. Ah. Indeed. And what of it? I almost forgot how to do my voices all of a sudden here. I contend that that's exactly what happened. The victim was wearing a stunt harness around his waist. It was most likely attached to a stunt wire, so that he could be pulled up into the air. And of course, when that happened, it was just after the dragon fell, so people were all going crazy, so probably nobody noticed it. The problem is that we came back later and the body... Well, no, the body wasn't there later, though, was it? So you're suggesting that after pretending to be dead in the coffin, the victim flew up into the air just as the prank script says. Exactly. We just couldn't see him go flying up because the dragon was blocking our view. And that last trick, ladies and gentlemen, is the true piece de resistance of the culprit's Murdo's magic show. I'm pretty sure I pronounced that way wrong, but oh well. I'm no expert. Don't tell me you got it all figured out. Yes, I think so. If we can just look beyond Mr. Retinz's last bit of misdirection, we should finally be able to see the real truth. The victim must have been pulled up to the catwalk, just like Mr. Hat. Poof! And hit the cushioning up there with considerable force. I just have to figure out what else happened up there at that time. Are you ready to elaborate, Mr. Justice? I hope so. I hope so. In that case, please answer me this. Why did the culprit make the victim fly up into the air like that? To murder him? Just why did the culprit have the victim fly up after he appeared in the coffin? And how did the victim actually die when he was only pretending to be dead in the coffin? If we can figure out how these two questions relate, the answer should become clear. Actually, that does make a lot of sense now. Could it be? Mr. Mystery must have thought he was still just part of a prank when he appeared on stage. He probably didn't suspect a thing as he was being pulled into the air. Oh. After Miss Wright was called backstage and just as the set piece fell. So did it not, like, fall on top of the coffin? Or, I don't know. But the culprit had already planted the real murder weapon in a cushion in the catwalk. It was probably a knife or blade of some sort. What? You mean? Yes, it really was a magical murder mystery. Just as the prank script said. Mr. Mystery was whisked up into the air. Oh, no, God, no! Oh, and that's why the sword was back there too, because it fell with him. Oh, that's horrible. In other words, this murder was committed remotely through the use of a magic trick. Wow. That's how he could have done it without being there, because he had the sword all set up. Yep. Man. And it's only because of the prank that Trucy thought she did it at all. He didn't even have a stab wound when she saw him laying there. Oh man, that's ridiculous. Holy crap. But how exactly does it work, Mr. Justice? Well, like this, apparently. Oh god, jeez, man. Just before the murder occurred. The dragon set piece was up in the catwalk, yes, sure enough. Yep. Oh, so when the dragon dropped, he went up. Which caused Mr. Mystery to rocket straight up. Oh, jeez. And into the blade and the cushion. Oh, jeez. Wow, I would have thought that, I guess it would have been too obvious if they had given us that, but I would have thought there would have been some evidence of there being a sword stuck through the cushion, or taped to the scaffolding or whatever, I don't know, but well, there was the sword itself. Maybe there was something there. Well, it was like just lying on the floor too. So like, how did it get there? The cushion was high up enough to be hidden from the audience's view. That's why nobody saw the blade. Gotcha now, mister. Oh, then that big gash in Mr. Hat's cape. The blade must have been set up overhead sometime before the magic show. Mr. Hat must have been slashed by it too when he was pulled up to the cushion. Man, oh man. I can't believe it. I had no idea. I was told that Trucy would freak out if I made that set piece fall. It's the only reason I did it. You were used, Betty. Roger Retinz used you. I thought he was my little puppet to boss around, but it was the other way around. After the incident occurred, Mr. Retinz arrived at the theater. He gulped the murder weapon and swapped the rubber sword with a bloodied steel one. That's also when he lowered the victim's body down to the stage. But how do you have time to do all that? When the set piece fell, the audience was evacuated from the building. He was able to do all those things after the fact because there was no one around to see. A horrific murder camouflaged by a spectacular magic show. That sounds like the kind of murder only a magician would pull off, or a Phoenix Wright game. As long as the show proceeded as it was scripted, Mr. Mystery was doomed to die. That's why it was you, Mr. Retinz, who killed the victim, all the way from the TV station. This prank plan, or should I say murder plan, proves your murderous intent. Oh man. Yeah, are you losing it? Gramarye! Oh man. Also, yeah, that's not a Japanese symbol, that's actually Chinese. Also, that's Matt Mercer. Don't know if I mentioned that. Apparently he does everything these days. You dim-witted, ignorant imbecilic. Putrid red pepper. He can't possibly have a counter-argument to make. Talk about not knowing when to let it go and move on. Oh! Do you have a rebuttal or something, Prosecutor Sandwich? That's what I thought it said out of the corner of my eye for a second there. No blade of any kind was found in the catwalk. Which means you have no evidence to support your theory. But Mr. Retinz retrieved it after the fact. Which still leaves you with no way to prove your wildly fantastic remote murder theory. But, without proof, does it not make more sense to believe that the murder was committed there on the stage? That's where the blood-stained sword was found, after all. That is a very good point. That's the only person who could have committed the crime there on that stage. Trucy Wright remains the prime suspect. Man. Yep. You're right, he does refuse to let it go and move on, but I guess he's not without a point entirely. It still is just one possibility versus another, like, you don't know, nobody knows. Now, without evidence, we don't. But, we probably have it already. It would appear that what you call truth is little more than a cheap parlor trick. In the end, you have done nothing to prove the accused's innocence. And there he goes again. When he says that, it reminds me of this ASMR video I used to watch back before ASMR was a thing. And it was just like sleep hypnosis or whatever. And the guy in the video we kept saying like, relax, let go, and sleep. And just something about it. It's like something about him saying let go and move on. Just the and in there, you know. Are you seeing this, Magnific Gramarye? My magic is exacting punishment on your granddaughter. The Gramarye name is done for. Apollo, we need to hit him with a decisive piece of evidence here. I know. That's just what I was thinking. Well, then, let's do it. As soon as I blow my nose. Relax, let go, and sleep. Anyway, Mr. Justice, do you or don't you have anything to prove that the witness committed this remote murder you proposed? Of course I do, Your Honor. I'm bluffing. This entire incident was carried out exactly according to the script. Right, so theoretically, there should be no evidence for us to find or use. Which means our best bet is to see if something unscripted happened. There's gotta be something Retinz couldn't have foreseen. And once I find it, that's how I'll expose his murderous trick. Get ready, Mr. Retinz, because I'm about to reveal the secret to your magic. Apollo style! There are no tricks or gimmicks here, just some old-fashioned logic. Hell yeah. Oh, shoot! Oh, it's this, too! Oh, I forgot we did this. That's good. Everything in this case was carefully planned so that no evidence would be left behind. Still, one thing happened that definitely wasn't in the plan. Well, part of the magic show wasn't part... Yeah, Bonnie's mistake. We haven't seen, like, how that's relevant yet. Bonnie made a mistake during Trucy's escape trick, which caused Mr. Hat to fly up the wrong side, which is probably why he got slashed. Her life choices. Why are we picking on her so much? Mr. Hat's positioning. Her life choices. Right on. So because Bonnie placed Mr. Hat to the right of the coffin instead of to the left, Trucy had to reappear on the side of the coffin opposite to the one in the show's script. You don't know, all of a sudden now I started thinking about the fingerprints inside the coffin. How's that? Is that about to fit in here? Because I always felt like that was related to this. Trucy had to reappear on the side of the coffin opposite to the one in the show's script. But the culprit didn't know that when he first arrived at the theater, which means he was bound to make a slip-up when he tampered with the crime scene. Which part of the culprit's cover-up attempt? Which part of the culprit's cover-up attempt was affected by Trucy's new position? Edited show footage. It'd have to be the blood in the coffin hole, wouldn't it? Because he put it on the right side of the coffin. At least the right side when you're looking at it from the front. I'm gonna try it. That's true, you know, if he was trying to make it look like she did it, wouldn't he have thought she stabbed him from the left? But he put it on the right. Thinking Trucy had appeared on the left, the culprit must have put the blood in the left hole, actually. But the blood was eventually discovered in the right hole during the police investigation. If the killer had originally put the blood on the left side, that means the coffin was turned around at some point? Oh yeah, okay. Alright, that works. To make the crime scene consistent with the facts, the culprit must have swapped the coffin sides. And that's why the fingerprints are backwards. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Wow, that's right. The left and right panels of the coffin are interchangeable. The culprit must have switched the two panels to make the bloodstain fit the facts. But the switch might have also given rise to something unnatural. Yup. Oh yeah. Yes. We got this. We got this, you guys. Oh, damn straight. The look on my face right now. That's a look of pure determination right there. Sorry, Mr. Retinz, but I have some very conclusive proof of your guilt. Another bluff, is it? There's no way you have anything of the kind. My magic is real, no What? No, you don't get to talk anymore. I'm talking now. I have Pan's sword. I'm the Pan now. There are tricks and gimmicks to it, just like any other illusion. What? What kind of a what was that? This is how you do it. What? Oh, that was lame. I'm sorry. After the murder, you switched to the left and right panels of the coffin, didn't you? Gah! And because you did, yes you did!
Yes you did!
You left behind something very unnatural for us to find. This proves that Roger Retinz tampered with the crime scene after the murder took place. Where is it? Oh, give it to me, baby. The defense reviews. Okay, do we have the thing about the... Raise the palm prints are reversed. There you go. Booyah. Take it. Right up the butt. The fingerprinting results. What about the fingerprints is unnatural? His hands were backwards! Why didn't somebody tell me my ass was so big? Let's take a look at the prints of the victim left inside the coffin, shall we? If the victim was facing forward in the coffin, his prints would have looked like this. However, what we found was they were facing the opposite direction. Why would that be? Somebody switched them. Why would they switch them? Because they'd already planted the blood in the hole because they thought Trucy would be stabbing it from the other side. But when they found out she just stabbed it from the other side, they had to switch the panels. So it would still look like she'd actually done it. They got this way because the culprit thought the magic show had gone according to the script. But then he found out somehow. How did he find out? Maybe he saw it on TV? Yeah. Well, he probably saw Mr. Hat was in the wrong place, that's why. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Boy, if Bonnie hadn't made the mistake, we would never have been able to prove this. That's why I was saying before, what if she did that on purpose because somehow she knew? Well, if she had known, she'd be on, you know, liable for not saying anything, though. So, to make the blood location fit the facts, he had to tamper with the evidence yet again. So he tried to cover his tracks by switching the coffin's left and right panels. Oh, that's how the fingerprints in the coffin ended up backwards. Yep. Because the culprit switched the two side panels around, the prints ended up facing the opposite direction. Got you now, you motherfucker. Instead of going to all that trouble with the panels, why didn't the culprit just wipe the blood away and redo it on the other side? I'm afraid that wouldn't have worked, Your Honor. Because of a little something called luminol testing. Yeah. Alright, luminol, I almost forgot. Luminol can detect trace amounts of blood, even if it's been wiped away, right? That's right. Wiping the blood away would have only served as proof of his meddling. How about it, Mr. Retinz? I did a pretty good job figuring out your trick, didn't I? Sweat it out, buddy. Sweat it out. What do you have? You have nothing. You're objecting to him, aren't you? Trucy Wright could have done the same just as easily. You have no proof that it was this witness who tampered with the evidence.
Objection!
But I do have proof. What? What could you possibly have? Hiccup, the person who was in the magic show, would never have made the mistake of putting the blood on the wrong side. Least of all Miss Wright, who surely would have remembered she was on the other side. Oh, you're absolutely right. Oh yeah. Why, you impudent. I'm sure you've realized by now, Prosecutor Sandwich, that your claim that Miss Wright is the culprit just doesn't hold up. Fair. You and the accused are most certainly down for hell. Nope. Really? Miss Wright and I? Because I think you're the one with the ticket there for trying to convict an innocent girl. Oh, damn. Is it time for your breakdown now? Oh, slow motion. Oh, dear. Oh, jeez Louise, dude. What? Prosecutor Sandwich, you're on the floor. You'll never be eaten now. You'll never be eaten now. I didn't say that word very clearly. As for the true culprit, he is someone who knew how the show was supposed to go, but didn't actually see it. And someone who had the chance to tamper with the crime scene after the incident. And the only person who fits the bill, here comes the camera sweep. No? Oh, I thought for sure. Is you, Roger Retinz. Gramarye! All of the secrets to your tricks have been revealed. Now sell them. And with no tricks left, I'm afraid your show has been cancelled. There it is! Permanently! Man, that is a swole finger, man, let me tell you. Swole AF. As the Redditors would say. Among many others. All my secrets have been revealed, you say? Oh boy, I think it's time for my breakdown. Are you ready? What? Jeez, I thought that was a bomb at first. Fall to my furious flames, the great Mr. Reus. We'll bring an end to you all. And now for the final heir to the Grammary name. Right here, right now. You two shall but. What is going on? No, I didn't do anything wrong. No, it's not my fault. I'm not the one to blame. I'm the victim here. What? Better smile for the camera! Smile for the camera! It's the Grammary Creed! Just go to sleep. Holy crap, dude. Wow, what an asshat. What an asshat indeed. I guess you actually were telling the truth. Yeah, I do that quite a lot, yet people are always surprised. Curse those Grammaries! It's all because of them. Even now they wound me. They wound me, actually. They probably wound me, too, though. Curse them all to the abyss. Like Ganondorf did to Capri Sun that time. Do you really hate us that much? Said Trucy. Oh. She looked up to him, you know? Does your hatred run that deep? Deep enough to kill an innocent man? You're damn right! You have no idea what humiliations I had to suffer. First they kicked me out, and then they porked my wife. Twice, both of those guys. Haven't you played Apollo Justice? You should know by now what assholes those two were. At least one of them, anyway. Your grandfather, Magnifi Grammary, oh, he was the biggest asshole of all. He kicked me out after I got hurt practicing my magic. He said I was too unskilled, that I would mess up on stage. He threw me out of the troupe because he was worried about his own reputation. Now I just have this hat. That's all I got. Since I was a child, it was always my dream to become a great magician. But that Magnifi, he took it all from me. I mean, I couldn't just go on a solo career or something and upstage him, you know, I just had to be all, you know, whiny about it and, you know, cruise off. But that's no excuse. That's no reason to do something so evil. Magic is supposed to make people happy, not used as a means for murder. Yeah, that right. What's the big deal? I just used what I had available to me, that's all. That's all. See, that's why I'm so bad at accents, I miss little things like that. I get it now. I never had a dad, did I? That's what it is. I thought maybe you could make a fitting replacement, but then you turned out to be a butthole too. How many buttholes we got on this ship anyway? That attitude toward magic is why my grandfather kicked you out. You don't deserve to call yourself a magician. Don't deserve? I don't know about that. After all, you were completely taken in by my magic, were you not? If not for that lawyer over there, you would be on your way to prison as we speak. You're right. I didn't see through your tricks. You see? So in the end, Troop Grammary was defeated by the great Mr. Reus. Whatever helps you sleep at night, pal. Ho ho ho! You're not fit to lecture me from on high, Trucy Wright. It is I who has the high ground. You don't even deserve to call yourself a magician, you naive greenhorn. Jeez. I'm not wearing any green, and it ain't St. Patrick's Day. Well, I do have this little green diamond thing, but it's cute, right? Take that, Grammar, you lose! If anyone needs to learn to let it go and move on, it's this guy. This court and my prison can both burn in the flames of my creation. There's so much laughing, I can't even get enough of this. Bailiff, take this butthead away. Bring a fire extinguisher, just to be safe. Wow, I think we just did it, then. Trucy, you're innocent. Looks like we've reached the end. I feel as though I've been watching a grand magic show. It was close, but we just barely made it through somehow. Trucy, okay? Why does Trucy look so down? Because it's exhausting putting on a smile with all this going on. I mean, she probably thought that she'd reunited with someone from True Grammary for the first time, you know, in her life, that she's had a chance to work with one of them. So of course she's gonna feel a little, you know, let down that they turned out to be an asshat. Well, no, you know, actually, okay. Actually, she did get to work with Zach a little bit when she was younger, but beside the point, that was like the only time, really. I don't know how much we really know about her life up to that point. Like, I guess he was there with her for that time or something. I'm about to announce my verdict. Could I see that wonderful smile of yours? That smile of a true entertainer, as I do? Yes, Your Honor. Oh. Bless her heart. Now then, this court finds the defendant Trucy Wright. Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh sure, you're cheering now. You were just calling for her to have the death penalty earlier. Well, now you're gonna turn around and start clapping. You hypocrites. You're hypocrites, all of you. Except for you. Well, you're kind of stupid too, but anyway. Court is adjourned. April 28, District Court Defendant, Lobby number 3. Thank you for everything, Polly. Oh, Trucy. Grazie a Dio. Is that thank God? I think she's saying thank God. Now you can open your show tomorrow, just as planned. Hell yeah! That's all thanks to you two. Oh, but now that Mr. Reus is gone, let me find somebody to replace him. Apollo, how would you like to get inside a coffin? She's looking at me weird. I don't like the way she's looking. I'm getting good at this. Trucy, I'm so sorry about everything. Hey, what are you apologizing for? Retinz used us, we're victims too. He even made me an accomplice to murder. But Betty, you have to take some of the blame for this too, you know? Even if we didn't know he was planning to kill Mr. Mystery, we did cooperate with him. It's all my fault, isn't it? Oh no, she's had a change of heart, maybe? Neither one of you is to blame. The only one in the wrong is the asshole who used magic to commit murder. I can't even say his name because I'm so disgusted by him now. Don't you think I know that? Say what you want, but don't think for a second that I don't still hate you. I guess she really does hate me. Well. But Betty, why? You used to be a huge fan of Trucy's. Hey, shut up! I've always hated her. Really? But if we hadn't seen Trucy's magic show, we never would have tried to become professional magicians ourselves, right? Speak for yourself! But Betty, you still have her autograph from— Ah! Just shut up! Was she acting that way this whole time because she secretly loves Trucy? Uh-oh. Wow, Trucy, I never knew that being the best could be so tough. Come on, buddy, we're leaving! We have to get ready for tomorrow's show! Seems like you're ready already. Ready? You're really excited about performing with Trucy again, aren't you? That's not true, so zip it, dummy! Well. Happy trails, you two. Polly? Do you think I really am a naive greenhorn? Oh. You know, it's like no matter how much of a face you put on, though, everyone's prone to letting words get to them. Well, he said he had the high ground, but look where that got Darth Maul, right? Trucy, don't tell me you're taking what Retinz said to heart. Oops, I said his name. Well, maybe a little. I didn't see through his tricks and I let myself be taken in by his magic. I can't trust myself anymore. There's that look again. Maybe he was right to call me a greenhorn. You shouldn't take stock in his words. He doesn't even know the first thing about you. You're a wonderful grammar magician. You should be proud of yourself. Thank you, Apollo. But what makes you say that? I know you're a wonderful grammar magician because of this. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, alright, well, let's see. Has to be something, right? Oh, maybe because of what she did to cover for Bonnie's mistake. We never used that, did we? Or it could be the show itself. I don't think it really matters, but... yeah, because I'm not, like, building up friendship points here or anything. But if I had to guess, I'm pretty sure it's what she did. You know, move the stage lifts to cover for Bonnie's mistake. She told no one about this. So not only did she cover for someone's mistake, she didn't even tell anybody about it. It's like she cares about the show above all else. That? Oh, I get it. Thank you, Polly. I appreciate it. It's sweet of you to try to cheer me up. Huh? Wait a minute. Did I get it wrong? Oh god, no! But that was so good! Emma, are you okay? Are you okay, darling? I'm really sorry, Trucy, for everything. But why? Well, I wasn't able to convince Prosecutor Sandwich what a good person you are. Okay, if that's... I'm sorry if that's getting old. I'll just do it for the end of this case. And never again. Unless people like it, but... and I had to testify against you, too. Dude, you have a job and you did it well. Mm-hmm. And that's honorable. It doesn't matter. Oh, I don't know about... huh? Something wrong, Emma? Oh! Surprise, surprise! 2 surprises. Oh, hello. Can we, like, get to know you outside of the stoic, sandwiched emotions of what we've seen so far? What are you doing here? Detective Sky. I changed my mind. You don't rock. I require your forensic expertise in order to close this case. Come, let us go. Wait! Prosecutor Sandwich! Get back here! Are you bologna or mayonnaise? The trial is over, Mr. Justice. You and I are strangers once more, with no further need to interact. Strangers? Have you really forgotten all about me? Oh my god! Oh, ho. You know, in that scene, I didn't notice this till I was editing and I haven't brought it up yet. In that scene at the very beginning, well, actually I think it was in the middle, before the trial, when Emma went to talk to him, he said my name like he knew me. And I don't know why I didn't pick up on that. I guess I was just too busy gushing and fawning over Emma to care. But yeah, he totally knows me. And now it seems like I know him too. You've really changed, Nayuta. Telling me to let it go and stuff? What happened to you? O lawyer of impure soul. I have nothing to say to the likes of you. You serious, Nayuta? Now, if you will excuse me. It's gonna take time for my character to develop. We can't have it all coming out in the case 2 now, can we? Also, I said the case 2 like Sonya. What was that all about, Apollo? How do you know Prosecutor Sandwich? I know it because I eat him every day. Let's just say we're old acquaintances. But that's all you get. This is case 2. It's all you get. It seemed like something more than that. Yeah. Well, you don't like to talk about your past, do you? Because you always change the subject. Yes, I do. By the way, did you see the Giants game last night? I guess I'll have to talk about it someday. But for now, it's only case 2. I can't do that. Come on, let's forget about the past and celebrate Trucy's future. Sure, if you say so. No smile from me, though. Hey, it's Mr. Wright. What? Oh, I didn't realize that was my phone. I thought he just walked in to the room. Put him on speakerphone, Apollo. Beep. What's up, Mr. Wright? Apollo, how's Trucy? What happened to the trial? Did you get a not guilty verdict? Yes, yes, and yes. Mr. Wright, slow down. Everything's fine. Hi, Daddy. I'm okay now. She was found not guilty in a very dramatic turnabout. Please! Plus, we saved the office. It was a great victory for the two of us, Apollo and me. And Trucy. Whew, that's a load off my mind. I can't thank you enough, Apollo. Now I know I can trust you to hold down the fort anytime. I think I'll stay here for a while. Me, really? Yes, you. You're a real full-fledged lawyer now in my eyes. Full-fledged lawyer? I still can't wrap my mind around it. Thank goodness you were there to take care of everything. And thank you, Apollo. I wasn't talking about you before, and now I am. You. You and only you. No need to go that far, boss. Especially not in front of everyone. Oh, and by the way, I won't be able to make it to tomorrow's show, so I was hoping you could go. You'll do that for me, won't you? Of course! I wouldn't miss it for the world! I was gonna go anyway, but you putting me in your place as the, you know, the de facto dad here, you're just passing the role right along to me after it got passed on to you. Of course, I guess you did pretty good in the 8 years you had. So, I'm really mumbling, sorry about that. Ugh. So Daddy asked you to come to tomorrow's show, huh? As my assistant, right? No, he just asked me to go cheer you on. Okay, then I'll be sure to save you the best seat in the house, Polly. The best seat in the house. I really appreciate the thought, but oh, she means like a seat on the stage though, right? Good, then it's settled. Oh my god. Oh, this game's really good so far. I'm liking it. It's 2 for 2 in my book. Oh my god, and we're actually gonna get to see this? Objection! Oh no! I should have known. No! Oh no! Oh no! This is what she meant! This is what we go! 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 Magical girl Trucy Wright will now perform her greatest illusion yet. There are no tricks or gimmicks here, ladies and gentlemen. This is real magic. Wait a minute, you're kidding, right? It's a trick or gimmick, right? I'm too young to die. Now then, Mr. Hat, you know what to do with that sword. Yes. Oh man, having me in the show just made it that much more dramatic. And that is how Trucy and Grammary Land ended on a rousing high note, with a big round of applause and Polly's ear-splitting screams. What kind of an ending is that? It is the ending to Case 2, apparently. Yep. Well, there you go, guys. Case 2 is in the bag. We're coming right along here. 3 more, well, actually 4 more to go if you count DLC. Episode 3, The Right of Turnabout. Oh, man. I'm tempted to actually go into a preview like I used to do, you know? Because I did that for a while. I'm not sure why I ever stopped, really. But let's just go ahead and see. Let's get a preview. Episode 3, The Right of Turnabout.
Wakey wakey, 201. Got some more questions.
There's nobody there.
Sound the alarm! Prisoner 201's escaped!
Oh my.
Well, you know, with Dad's back on the streets, things will be on the up and up for us.
Keep your voice down. You want that rebel hunter to find us or something?
Come on. We're small fries compared to... Huh?
Uh-oh. And that was the last time they ever saw the moon. Speaking of which, May 9th, 3:30 p.m. Temple. So it tells me we're back on Phoenix's side of the world. So next time on Phoenix Wright, Case 3 begins.